There comes a time in life when everything you believed in seems to collapse. The dreams you held close fall apart. The people you trusted disappear. The path you thought would lead to success turns into a road of pain. It feels like life itself has broken you, crushed your spirit, shattered your confidence, and left you standing in the ruins of your own expectations. But I want you to understand something today. Being broken is not the end, it's the beginning of your becoming. When life breaks you, it's not trying to destroy you. It's trying to reveal you. The seed must break before it grows. The shell must crack before the life inside can emerge. You cannot become who you were meant to be until the false version of you falls away. Every disappointment, every heartbreak, every failure, these are not curses. They are divine chisels shaping you into your true purpose. Brokenness is not your ending, it's the beginning of your becoming. When everything seems to fall apart, it's easy to believe that life is over, that your story has reached its final page. But in truth, every time something breaks within you, something greater is being born. The process of breaking is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign that transformation is underway. You see, before a seed can grow, it must first be buried and broken open. That breaking allows new life to emerge, life that could never have existed without the pain of the process. The same principle applies to your life. The moments when your heart is shattered, when your plans are ruined, when your strength feels gone, those moments are sacred invitations for growth. When you are broken, life strips away the illusions you once depended on. You can no longer hide behind comfort, success, or certainty. You are forced to face yourself, to see who you truly are beyond titles, achievements, and appearances. It is in that raw and vulnerable space that the real you begins to emerge. The breaking reveals the authentic you, the one that was buried under fear, pride, or doubt. You begin to understand that strength is not the absence of pain but the decision to rise in spite of it. Every great person who has ever achieved something meaningful has walked through a season of breaking. They were misunderstood, rejected, or betrayed, but they didn't let it define them. Instead, they allowed the breaking to refine them. What broke them also built them. The same fire that melts gold also purifies it, and the same pressure that crushes coal creates diamonds. When life breaks you, it's not punishment, it's preparation. You are being refined for something you cannot yet see. The pain is not the end of your journey, it's the shaping of your purpose. When you are in the middle of brokenness, it's difficult to see the beauty of the process. The pain feels endless, and the confusion clouds your faith. But this is where faith truly begins. Faith is not believing when things make sense, faith is holding on when everything falls apart. Brokenness teaches you to trust in what you cannot control. It forces you to let go of the illusion that you are the one writing your story. In the breaking, you learn to surrender, not to defeat, but to destiny. You begin to realize that what you lost was never meant to limit you. What broke you is only removing what could no longer carry you forward. The breaking clears away what is no longer necessary so that something new can grow in its place. It tears down false strength to make room for real strength. It dismantles pride so humility can take root. It crushes fear so courage can rise. Brokenness is not a death sentence, it is the labor of becoming the person you were always meant to be. Life doesn't destroy you through pain, it reveals who you truly are. Pain is one of life's most powerful teachers. It strips away the surface, the pretense, the masks we wear to survive. When everything is easy, you can pretend to be strong, confident, and unshakable. But when life hits you, when things fall apart and you have nowhere to hide, that's when your true character is exposed. Pain has a way of uncovering what comfort conceals. It tests the foundation of who you are and forces you to confront your truth. In those moments of struggle, you begin to discover what lies within you, the strength you didn't know you had, the faith you forgot existed, and the resilience you never imagined was possible. When life brings pain, it's not trying to break you into pieces, it's trying to peel back the layers that no longer serve your purpose. The things that once defined you begin to fall away. Your titles, your possessions, your image, your control. All the things you thought made you who you are start to lose meaning. It's uncomfortable, even painful, but it's necessary. Because until you lose what you thought defined you, you can never discover who you truly are beneath it all. The revelation comes not in comfort, but in chaos. You find your real identity not when everything goes right, but when everything goes wrong and you still find the strength to rise. Pain reveals what's authentic. It shows you who is truly with you and who was only there for the good times. It shows you whether your faith is built on convenience or conviction. It shows you whether your dreams are fragile or forged in fire. When life brings pressure, it doesn't destroy your potential, it purifies it. Just as gold is refined through heat, your character is refined through adversity. You begin to see that pain is not your enemy, it's your mirror. It reflects your weaknesses, your fears, and your doubts, but it also reflects your courage, your endurance, and your determination. When you walk through pain with awareness, you begin to see its purpose. Every struggle is a revelation. Every hardship is a message. Life uses pain to awaken parts of you that success could never touch. It breaks your dependence on others' approval, it silences your ego, and it awakens your spirit. It reminds you that you are not defined by what happens to you but by how you respond to it. The pain that once felt like punishment becomes the very experience that shapes your perspective, deepens your empathy, and strengthens your resolve. Through pain, you become more honest with yourself. You learn what truly matters and what never did. You realize that the strength you were looking for was already inside you, waiting to be called out. Pain doesn't destroy, it reveals. It reveals the warrior within you, the dreamer within you, the survivor within you. It reveals the version of you that can stand firm when everything else falls apart. Every breaking carries a hidden lesson that shapes your destiny. When something in your life falls apart, it's easy to see it as failure or punishment, but in truth, every moment of breaking is a message in disguise. There is wisdom woven into your pain, lessons hidden within your losses, and direction buried in your disappointments. The things that hurt you the most are often the very things that teach you who you are, what you value, and what you were born to do. Life never wastes a breaking moment. Every heartbreak, every setback, every closed door carries within it a lesson that has the power to shift your path and refine your purpose. When everything goes right, we learn little about ourselves. Success feels good, but it rarely shapes character. It is in the breaking that real understanding is born. The lesson behind your pain may not reveal itself immediately, but with time, clarity comes. The rejection you cried over may have been the protection you needed. The failure that humiliated you may have been a redirection toward your true calling. The relationship that broke you may have been the one thing standing between you and your growth. Life's breaking points are not random. They are intentional turning points designed to move you closer to who you were meant to become. In moments of breaking, you are invited to listen. Not to the noise of fear or regret, but to the quiet voice of wisdom that pain awakens within you. Every struggle carries a question. What is this moment trying to teach me? The lesson may be about patience, humility, forgiveness, or resilience. Sometimes the lesson is to let go of what no longer fits your future. Sometimes it's to stop fighting for what was never meant to stay. And sometimes, the lesson is simply to trust that your breaking has purpose, even when you don't understand it yet. When you shift your perspective from, "Why is this happening to me?" to, "What is this teaching me?" you take your power back. Pain loses its control when you begin to extract wisdom from it. Instead of allowing the breaking to make you bitter, you allow it to make you better. Each lesson you learn adds a layer of strength, depth, and clarity to your life. The more you learn from your pain, the more equipped you become to handle the next challenge with grace. The wisdom gained from one season of breaking becomes the foundation for your growth in the next. The lessons hidden in your breaking are the blueprints of your destiny. They are the invisible threads weaving your past into your purpose. Every scar you carry tells a story of survival and strength. Every disappointment refines your vision and prepares you to walk in greater understanding. The breaking is not meant to end you, it is meant to teach you, mold you, and align you with the higher version of yourself that only pain could bring forth. Growth is born in moments of struggle, not comfort. Comfort is the place where dreams go to sleep, where potential remains untouched, and where the fire within slowly fades. It feels safe, but it rarely produces strength. Struggle, on the other hand, is uncomfortable, unpredictable, and often painful, yet it is the very environment where greatness is formed. The moments that stretch you, that challenge your patience, that test your faith, those are the moments that create growth. Every person who has achieved something meaningful has walked through the valley of struggle. They didn't grow when life was easy, they grew when life demanded more from them than they thought they had to give. When you are pushed beyond your limits, when everything inside you wants to quit, that's when growth begins. Struggle forces you to dig deeper, to reach for resources you didn't know you had. It exposes weaknesses, not to shame you, but to show you where strength needs to develop. It removes the illusion that life owes you ease and replaces it with the realization that strength must be earned. Growth requires resistance. Just as muscles grow through tension and pressure, your spirit grows through trials and perseverance. Without resistance, you remain the same. Without discomfort, you never discover what you're capable of becoming. The struggle refines your mindset. It teaches you patience, endurance, and discipline. It builds a kind of strength that cannot be learned through success alone. You learn to stay calm in chaos, to stand firm when things fall apart, to believe when there's no evidence that you should. Struggle transforms your perspective. It shows you that life is not about avoiding pain but about evolving through it. When you begin to see struggle as a tool, not a threat, everything changes. You stop running from challenges and start using them as stepping stones. Each struggle becomes a lesson in perseverance, a test of faith, and a training ground for character. Growth born from struggle is lasting because it is earned. No one can take it from you because it was forged in the fire of experience. The lessons you learn through difficulty become part of your identity. You begin to carry wisdom, empathy, and confidence that can't be shaken by circumstances. The more you struggle, the more adaptable you become. The more you overcome, the more unshakable your spirit grows. Struggle molds you into someone who can handle responsibility, who can lead with compassion, who can inspire others through authenticity. Most people pray for an easy life, but easy lives rarely produce deep purpose. Struggle gives your story weight and meaning. It transforms potential into power and weakness into wisdom. The greatest version of you will always be revealed in adversity, not in ease. Every challenge is an invitation to evolve, every hardship a seed of transformation, and every moment of struggle a reminder that growth is not something that happens to you, it's something that happens through you. Cancel. Send. ChatGPT said. The pain that bends you today is preparing you for strength tomorrow. Pain is one of life's greatest paradoxes because it feels like destruction while it is actually construction. Every hardship, every heartbreak, every disappointment serves as a hidden classroom where life teaches you how to endure, how to rise, and how to remain unshaken. When pain comes, it doesn't come to defeat you but to develop you. The bending moments are not signs of weakness, they are signs that you are being shaped for something greater. Just as metal must be heated before it's molded, your spirit must be tested before it's strengthened. When life bends you, it stretches your capacity. It stretches your patience, your faith, and your emotional endurance. You start to learn that strength is not built in moments of ease but in the moments when you feel like breaking. True strength is quiet, humble, and forged through experience. It's not about pretending you're fine, it's about choosing to move forward even when you're not. The pain that feels unbearable today is expanding your ability to handle the weight of your future. Every tear you cry waters the soil of your inner growth. Every battle you fight, even the ones you lose, teaches you something about resilience. You may not realize it now, but pain is a teacher that refines your soul. It strips away pride and teaches humility. It breaks your dependence on others and teaches you self-reliance. It silences your fears and teaches you to listen to the quiet strength within. The pain that bends you is not evidence of your weakness, it is proof that you are being transformed. The more life bends you, the more flexible and adaptable you become. You learn that being bent does not mean being broken. It means you are learning how to withstand pressure, how to adjust, and how to keep standing when life pushes hard against you. When you face pain with the right mindset, it becomes the tool that builds endurance. You start to see that every struggle has a purpose. The setbacks you face are not delays but divine preparation. The emotional weight you carry strengthens the core of your spirit. Pain teaches you compassion because once you've been through the fire, you understand the value of kindness. It teaches you patience because you learn that real growth takes time. It teaches you gratitude because you begin to appreciate peace after enduring the storm. Strength is not born in the absence of pain, it is born in the process of overcoming it. The struggles that bend you today will one day become your testimony of endurance. You will look back and realize that every painful season was necessary for your transformation. The pain that once felt unbearable was not there to stop you, it was there to prepare you. It was teaching you how to rise again, how to trust again, and how to keep walking even when the road seemed too heavy to continue. You are not being buried, you are being planted for a greater purpose. There are seasons in life that feel like endings, moments when darkness surrounds you, when everything you've built seems to be taken away, and it feels as if life has buried you under the weight of disappointment. But what if the burial you feel is not meant to destroy you but to position you? When a seed is planted, it experiences the same darkness as something buried. It is covered, pressed down, and hidden beneath the soil. To the outside world, it looks like it has been forgotten. But beneath the surface, something powerful is happening. The seed is breaking open so new life can emerge. The same process happens to you. When life covers you in challenges, it's not to hide you, it's to prepare you for growth. The darkness you're in is the environment where transformation takes place. The soil around the seed represents the pressure, the isolation, the uncertainty you feel when you're in your breaking season. It's uncomfortable because growth always begins in hidden places. The seed doesn't resist the soil, it surrenders to the process. It allows itself to break because it trusts that the breaking is the only way to grow. In the same way, your struggles are preparing the roots of your purpose to go deeper. Without depth, your growth would not last. When life plants you, it places you in a position to grow silently. Nothing seems to be happening on the surface, yet deep inside, your spirit is being fortified. You are developing resilience, patience, and wisdom that can only come from hidden seasons. While the world cannot see your progress, life is strengthening your foundation. The greater the calling, the deeper the planting must be. The deeper you are planted, the higher you can rise. What looks like delay is actually preparation. What feels like isolation is construction. You are being built in the dark so you can shine in the light without collapsing. Many people mistake the planting season for a burial because both feel the same. But a burial ends life, while planting begins it. When you're buried, your story is over. When you're planted, your story is just beginning. The pain, the silence, the waiting, all of it is part of the growth process. The seed doesn't question the darkness, it trusts that the soil will one day reveal its purpose. Likewise, you must trust that your hidden season is working for you. You may feel unseen, unheard, or forgotten, but life is nurturing your growth beneath the surface. There will come a time when the seed breaks through the soil, when what was once invisible becomes undeniable. The same people who thought you were finished will witness your growth. The struggles that buried you will become the very foundation that holds your success. You were never meant to stay in the dark forever, you were meant to take root, to rise, and to bloom into the purpose that pain prepared you for.